Boruto episode 172 review. Let's get straight into it. Yo, what's going on with y'all? It's your boy Neo XO here with the Boruto episode review for this week, and this is a pretty cool episode, so let's talk about it. If you're into Boruto and you like Boruto, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. Now, this episode begins with Metal, Denki, and Iwabe going to check on Boruto. We know in the last episode, Boruto had a fight against Shojoji, and these three people are knowledgeable about that. They know that Shojoji is Jonin level, and they know that Boruto took him down as a Genin, and this guy's Jonin level, so they're pretty impressed by that, and they're pretty understanding of why Boruto is in an incapacitated position. And basically Boruto is at the hospital getting treatment. He's really just sleeping. He sleeps most of the episode, so then considering the main character is sleeping for most of the episode, we get the focus on Denki, Iwabe, and Metal Lee. So the first thing they do is try to wake up Boruto with his favorite hamburger, but of course that doesn't work because Boruto just fought Shojoji, so he's gonna be out for a little while longer. And while they're doing this, a kid from the hospital throws some things at them, and Iwabe kind of gets mad. He's like, why did you do that? The kid proceeds to run away and act like a kid, and basically Iwabe, we know he doesn't really play like that, and he finds the kid and he's asked him, like, what's your problem? We later find out the kid's problem is he's going to have to undergo a complicated surgery, and he's kind of acting out because of that. He's a little scared of the surgery, and being the great ninja that they are, they try to have a conversation with him just to get to the root of the problem and to try to help out. It turns out the kid actually wants to become a shinobi, and he looks up to great shinobi. He has these cards and he wants one of them signed. The one he wants signed is his most rare card in his possession, and that is his rare Orochimaru card. Now, initially the team did not want to go and get the card signed because they thought it would be a very stupid idea, but after figuring out that he's basically in need of some encouragement to undergo his surgery, they go ahead and go to Orochimaru's hideout. Now, you're probably asking yourself, how did they get the location of this hideout considering it's very remote? Well, they actually snuck into the Hokage's building and got this information, kind of an anime cliche. They snuck in, they were looking around at the books, and they actually hacked into the computer. I don't know how I really feel about this. I don't really like that because I don't know if they played it up for a gag, but it's like, bro, why is nobody guarding that information, But anyways, moving on, they get the information, they go to Orochimaru's hideout, and they fight against Suigetsu. Now, this was an interesting moment in the episode for me. I really liked the fight between this team and Suigetsu. It just gives them a little bit more of experience. Now, obviously, Suigetsu kind of swept the floor with them, as he should. I would have been very upset if he lost because we know we've seen Suigetsu in Naruto Shippuden, and he's a very powerful ninja, so there's no way this team could have defeated him. But they at least did show some impressive capabilities during this fight. For example, they know that they couldn't basically take him out with physical attacks, so they tried to outsmart him, and they kind of made him get electrocuted by the wiring in Orochimaru's hideout. Of course, this did not do very much to him, but it was a good thought, and that's the thing that counts, is the thought of the fact that he's a water shinobi. They were like, his weakness is electricity, which it is, but we know he's so strong, like a weak electric current from an electrical wiring is not going to do him much, So Orochimaru comes in and kind of scares them. He's kind of intimidating. We know that Orochimaru is a very intimidating person, and he basically intimidates them just by his presence. They eventually get the courage to ask for Orochimaru's autograph for the kid, and they actually get the autograph. I really enjoyed seeing Orochimaru in this episode. He's one of my favorite characters, and I really like how they're overall handling him in the Boruto anime. So I really like that. Now, one thing that I do want to say though is it was kind of weird how Yamato was nowhere around, considering he is the main person in charge of guarding Orochimaru. Now, they did say he was away, so they did address it, but still, you know, you would expect him to be around. Also, they had a shinobi there guarding instead of Yamato, and he just kind of let them in. I don't know if that's correct protocol, but he did state that there is a stable connection between Orochimaru and the Leaf Village. So I'm guessing he just trusts Orochimaru not to mess up that connection by harming these kids, because if Orochimaru were to harm these kids, Naruto would be in there in a heartbeat. So the kids, aka Denki, Iwabe, and Metal, they ask Orochimaru, how is Mitsuki doing? And he basically guarantees Mitsuki is going to be alright. Even though he's undergoing treatment right now, he guarantees Mitsuki is going to be alright. So they go back to the hospital and they proceed to give the kid the card, and they basically said, we were scared getting the card, and that, in my opinion, pretty much provoked the kid into actually going into the complicated surgery, even though he was scared of getting the surgery. Now, Boruto then wakes up at the end of the episode and he talks to Kakashi Sensei. Kakashi states that the new jutsu that Boruto has learned actually is kind of damaging, because it puts a lot of, it's a very intensive jutsu, and it puts a lot of strain on Boruto's arm, so he can't just go around using this jutsu recklessly, which makes sense. So Boruto then leaves the hospital, so he's out of the hospital, and he meets up with Sarada. Sarada was actually going to visit him into the hospital, and Boruto kind of called her on that. He was like, you have a sweet side, and she started blushing. I think that's foreshadowing, but pretty cool moment nonetheless. They then start walking and talking about the ring that they have in their possession, and they talk about Mitsuki. So Sarada has been going through her training with Sakura and Sasuke, and Boruto just faced off against Shojoji. Now Sarada and Boruto are back into commission. They're ready to get things started, and Mitsuki should be joining Team 7 pretty soon, and that's going to be pretty cool to see. We still have Konohamaru on his mission. This is a very deadly mission that Konohamaru is on. He is definitely strong enough to take on the mission, and I'm looking forward to seeing how he does from this point out. That's pretty much where the episode ends. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode, because I know I got some enjoyment out of the episode. And also, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. As always, it's been your boy Neo XO, and I'm out.